There is a very good reason why I refer to getting back with your ex as a sequel. Let's look at some stats from two age brackets, 17 to 24s and 25 to 50 plus. The Journal of Adolescent Research found that 44% of young adults aged 17 to 24 reported breaking up and getting back together again, with 53% admitting to having sex with an ex. Now the older bracket, the 25 to 50 plus, according to a 2013 study conducted by Amber Venom, an assistant professor of family studies and human services at Kansas State University, about 37% of couples living together and 23% of married couples have broken up and then gotten back together again. So we can see on average, let's say about 25 to 35% plus of couples that were once together do end up getting back together again. Now I call this a sequel because usually in the terms of movies, sequels aren't usually as good as the original ones, with the exception of things like The Empire Strikes Back. But there are many movies where the sequel is usually awful or not as good as the original one. It's either too much or the original point has been missed. And clearly we can see that sex is a common reason why many couples get back together. If not for an extended period, at least for the moments in time where they just exchange sexual contact. It's the familiarity, the comfort of knowing what it is and what it can be, because you have been there before. But you see, having been there before, that is where the danger is. Cause let's say for instance, your ex, she was gaslighting you. She often made you believe you were crazy because you could see her doing strange little things. But instead of her admitting what she was doing, she made you feel as though you were crazy for even questioning her. So understanding getting back together again, she may try to adjust or cover up those tendencies, so you are not immediately aware of them again, especially if she knew that was the problem, or a problem, as well as women that suffer from BPD. Yes, men suffer from BPD as well, but the number is slightly higher in women. So if she had BPD before, what she may do is try to hold back certain traits of the BPD, the over-obsessiveness, the fear again of you leaving her, the emotional outbursts with no seeming cause, except for whatever may be going on in her own head, the uncontrollable emotions. She may understand you did not like this before. So it's not a sense that she will cure the BPD, which is actually nearly impossible anyway. What she would do is hold back on certain things. This is a common thing of people getting back together, of them not showing what it was that caused them to break up in the first place. Loneliness is a powerful thing, and it can cause someone who said they would never go back to go against everything they have said before and to fall back into this comfortable space that they are all too used to. There is a term called phantom pain. No, not the Metal Gear Solid game. The term phantom pain means it is a pain that feels like it's coming from a body part that is no longer there. Now, if you understand the concept of saying, this person completes me, this woman completes me, and you now feel like you are whole, if someone were to slice you in two, you would feel as though half of you is no longer there. You will feel that emptiness. You will feel the cold chill as the wind blows past that amputated limb, that amputated half of you, her. And it's the longing, the feeling of having that back, having that limb back. Let's say the limb is her, your ex. And for those who have lost a limb, of course you can't just go and reattach it. But many that have broken up know their ex is no more than a phone call, or in some cases a small trip away. Yes, in many cases people can get back together, and it's better because they have learned what they did wrong before, of course. But at the same time, it's a questioning of, are you going back to something that's going to make you feel worse and not make you feel better? Are you going back to something from the past you hope to build a future with? Always remember and never forget. You can have the phantom pain of that person no longer being there, the want for them haunting you. But remember in the first place why and how it happened. Many have felt that phantom pain and had to ghost their relationships, had to just shut off all ties with their ex, because they felt she was not helping them, she was hindering them. Or if she has left you, either way it ended for a reason. Before you jump back into her arms and into the sack, remember how it happened, and if the reason or reasons why it happened in the first place were valid, if they were correct, or if it was a mistake. Because sequels can teach you a lesson that many things should have been left as they were. The original was what it was, but many feel naive that they expected the sequel to be anything better. Thus, focus, observe, remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.